Hey guys, what's going on? This is Matt here and welcome back to a Black Ops 3 mod tools tutorial video. So in this video we're going to be adding in the buyable ending into your map. In this case you can see it costs 50,000 points and requires all players. It is built upon Nate Smith the Zombie's buyable ending and I've just sort of changed how some of these sort of customizable options work and stuff like that. And of course I'll be explaining what everything does in this video. So let's get started. Okay, so to begin with, you'll need to download a file. The link will be in the description, and that's going to contain these three files. And what this is going to be, is going to be the actual prefab itself. This contains the trigger for the buyable ending, and these other two script files. One which is the actual functionality, and one which contains all the configurable options, which you can kind of change however you like. So to begin with, let's put in the prefab into our root directory. So I'm just going to cut. Go over to the root directory, we'll go to map source and prefabs, and we're going to ZM, and in here you can put it kind of wherever you want. I'm just going to put it into my folder and put it into here. You can see I've already got this, so I'm not going to replace it. I've already got it. Next I'm going to go and grab the two script files, so I'm just going to cut these. Go over into the Black Ops 3 root directory again. This time though we're going to go into share, raw, scripts, and the ZM and put those into here. Okay, mine will be near the bottom down here. You can see I've already got them in, so there's no need to overwrite them or anything. But of course, you know, these three files should be new for you. So next, what we need to do is actually add the prefab into the map. So to do this, we're going to go over into Radiant, and we're going to go and drop the prefab into this. In this case, I've got a test map. Okay, so over in Radiant, what we need to do now is, of course, put the prefab into the map. In this case, I've just got a model over here, just so I know where the trigger is going to be. So I'm going over to my prefab browser. If you don't have this, you can just right click up there and just select prefab browser. And we'll go down to ZM, my username, because this is where it was. And you see we've got buyable ending in here. So I'm going to drag and drop that in. I'm just going to rotate it just to align a bit better with the control panel, like so. And then we can just save that. And that is the only step that's required to be done here in Radiant. So next, let's go back to where all the scripts are. Okay, so first, let's actually include these scripts into our map. So in this case, I'm using a test map. So all I'm going to do is go over to my Black Ops 3 root, go down to user maps, go over to my map name, go to scripts, go to ZM, and my map name.gsc. It'll look something like this. And next, I'm going to just copy and paste one line of code in. I will have this in the description, so you can copy and paste. Nice and easy. Just place this below this user map section here and save that. Next, we need to add one line of code again, but this time into the .zone file. So for this, we'll go back to our map folder. We'll go down to zone source and open up this file here. So our map name.zone. We'll do the same thing again. Again, this line will be in the description. I'm just going to paste this at the bottom, like so. And that's pretty much that. That is the buyable ending all set up now. All I'm going to do now is take you guys through some of the customizable options, and then we'll go in game and sort of test it out. So to actually view these customizable options, I do have it open here, but I'll show you guys where it's all located. So if we go to our root directory, go over to share, raw, scripts, and ZM, go all the way down, or wherever it is for you, and you'll see we have this buyable ending, ZM P115 buyable ending.gsh. We open up that is this file, and this is where all your options are going to be that you can sort of change and configure. Some of them do require others to sort of work, but I'll go through it now. So first of all, we have the cost. So of course this is how much it costs. You have the actual text that's going to be appearing when the player goes up to it. So it's going to be press and then whatever the use button is to end the game, and then cost, which is the cost that we've got up here. Then here we've got this require all players. So this is going to be if you require all players to be within fairly close proximity to the trigger, and of course if that is required. It just adds a bit on to this original text just to let the players know that all players are required. Of course, you can take that away if you want to. It's completely up to you. And of course, if you don't want to have that requirement if you want this to be able to be usable with the players wherever wherever you want in the map. Then of course just set this to false. Nice and easy there. The next bit is a little bit more complicated, but that's only if you haven't heard of flags. A flag is effectively just a way to tell scripts that something's happened in the game. On its, I guess, on one level. So in this case, you might maybe have an Easter egg that you need the player to complete before the Buyable ending has been activated. In this case, I've said it's a false, just so this doesn't impact the script whatsoever. If you do wish to use this functionality, as I say, this is not used by default, but if you do wish to use that, then set this to true, and then here you can put whatever flag that you're using. I just put it as activate Buyable ending, even though it's not in use. I put it as that just because I figure it's a decent default value. And if the player does go up to the Buyable ending before it's activated, before it's actually available, then this is what's going to display to them, just so they know, maybe some other steps are required, and come back later maybe. And then the very final bit is the actual ending message. So that's when you successfully activate the Buyable ending. You buy it. You'll then have this text pop up on screen as your game is slowly sort of going through the game, like the game over sort of states. So pretty much everything in here will probably be customized if you want to change anything. The only thing here that people might not want to touch are these bits here, unless they are something that you do require. I'm not too sure how many people would need that though, but it's there anyway. But you can just leave all this completely as it is and not touch it. I'll put everything as I would expect most people would want it. So it's easy as that. So next, let's go and compile the map fully. And I'll see you guys over in game where we can actually test this out. So over in game, you can see we have the trigger, over here. I can see press F to end the game, costs 50,000, requires all players. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and spend some points and try and activate it, and you can see it does not work. Cool. I'm just going to kill a few. Wait for the next round to start. So it still does not work. The requires players part is, of course, because that is the option that I said I wanted. In this case, I'm the only player in the game, so it doesn't really matter. Just get a few points. I have a really bad shot. There we go. And now you can see we can end the game like that. So thanks for playing. You have escaped. Of course, you can change that to whatever you want. But that's it, guys. Yeah. Of course, any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll see what I can do there. But other than that, this has been how to add in your Buyable ending. I'd say based upon the Nate Smith zombies Buyable ending.